at OR Tambo Airport. The vehicles are lined up. We're going to hit the road very, very soon, but you can see there's a long convoy of these Rangers now. Single cabs, extended cabs, different versions, and we're going to hit the road very soon. A long road, long drive ahead of us, but we're going to experience all of them. We're starting in the absolute base version ourselves, which is the single turbo 6-speed manual one. So 132 kilowatt single turbo 2 liter. Should be interesting, should be fun. I know this motor, it's got plenty of grunt. We're not going to have a problem. Well, we're on the road and we're heading out of Joburg now. Still in the sort of Joburg area, but heading out. That's the most important. Look who's driving me today. Colin Wendell, car shop and unofficial member of Motor Matters. How's it, Colin?
Hi everyone, how you doing?
Lekker. Colin, love driving with you, pal. I like being a passenger, relaxed with you driving. That's the most important.
That's nice to know.
No, for sure. Now we're in the Rangers, the new generation Ford Rangers, eh? And we've got 3 days ahead of us. So it's going to be lots of fun. We're starting in the absolute base model, which is the XL manual 2-liter single turbo 6-speed manual. But look at that, it's still got that great big screen in front of us. It's got everything. It's smooth, it's comfortable, eh, Colin?
It's surprisingly comfortable. It's quiet, nice supportive seats, even though this is really a workhorse bucky, and being a manual, it's a proper bucky, but we're cruising along nicely.
I've got to show something. I've been watching there. You haven't really. I wonder if I can show it. We're averaging so far 6.6 liters per 100. I'm impressed. That's not a bad figure,
and
eh?
we've been
sitting in traffic. Yeah. So that could get better.
Certainly when we get some open road. I think we'll be able to bring that down. I mean, that's an overall average.
That's an impressive figure, though, eh? We're in a nice big convoy of vehicles over here because this is the single cab, as we've said. We're going to be driving extended cab versions with the 2-liter bi-turbo and the Wildtrak 3-liter versions. That's going to be a bit of fun, eh?
The Wildtrak's going to be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
With the extended cab.
But we're heading all the way down to, let me try this, Gqeberha. Okay?
Via Gerib and Kariega.
Yeah, so there you go. And we've got some like pipes and stuff on the back. There's all kinds of stuff on the back. We're doing stops, like charity type stops down on the way as well. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good 3 days of driving.
Yeah, nearly 2,000 kilometers.
Yeah, that's a lot. But it's going to be fun, Colin. Looking forward to your company, pal.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy to be with you. Happy to be on the road.
Yeah, escaping. What else? Colin, we're in the Free State, and all you expect to see is millies, and look what we got.
Look at these wonderful sunflowers.
Yeah, absolutely. And there they end again. But sunflowers all over the Free State. Hey, we're 220 k's into the journey already, Colin.
And it
not
doesn't
bad, eh?
feel like we've done 50 k's.
No, not at all. Averaging 6.8 liters per 100. That's exceptional. But I said to you just now how comfortable this bucky is compared to cars 20 years ago even.
Oh, absolutely. As I say, it doesn't feel like we've done 50 k's, let alone 200. And I can carry on all day.
A bucky of old, our kidneys would have been complaining by now.
Pretty much screaming in agony.
Well, we're about to stop soon for a rest stop, comfort stop, and I'm taking over the driving, pal.
You do that, you'll enjoy it.
Morning outlook from my room, panning across the Gerib Dam. And you can see this is the small boat harbor over here. All the boats over there. Beautiful. A little bit windy, but stunning, stunning day. Day 2, about to hit the road, and the cars are lined up, they're ready. And you can see the Jodo tanks on the back of some of them, all kinds of stuff on the back of all the vehicles. Interesting color choices for Wildtraks. But everybody's there, all ready, and we're going to rock and roll very soon. Colin, how's it? You're going to drive me safe yet again?
I am going to do that.
Let's hit the road, pal. Okay, so this is what we're going to head out in today, day 2. It's a bi-turbo 4x4 XLT with, so in other words, the 2-litre bi-turbo, 155 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters.
Do some severe potholes.
Yes,
but you did exceptionally well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. No, that was a slalom course of note, eh? Woof. But it also shows.
From my side.
It shows how nicely this Ranger does handle. I mean, you know, we were really doing the swerves and everything else, eh?
And a few bounces here and there. So
That too, yeah.
the outboard placement of the suspension off the chassis has given it a lot more stability and less of that bounce that you often associate with a ride on in a bucky.
Yeah. Now look, let's just explain. We've now moved up in the range, so we've gone to the bi-turbo 2-litre diesel engine, 155 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque, and we got the 10-speed auto. So it's a familiar powertrain from the previous generation, but it's such a good powertrain, eh?
It is. Gear changes are smooth, efficient. It finds the right slot when you need it. So it's been an easy drive, and in fact, even with all that bouncing around, what's our fuel consumption?
Look, it's not as good as I would like to see. It's on 9.0 liters per 100.
But yeah, that last section has been a bit rough, and
it shot up from I think 8.4 or something to 9 just in that section. So it shows what we were doing there. I mean, you can't blame it. But other than that, I mean, look, we got all the luxury, all the comfort in this vehicle now. It's one below the wild track.
Yeah.
And 4x4.
And 4x4 if and when we need it.
Yeah. And the massive screen with all the functionality. We're on Android Auto right now. Nice feature. It's wireless Android Auto. I've got to tell you, I like that.
Yes.
And if you can just swing the camera around, Colin, we are in a super cab.
And
yeah,
there's
space behind the seats.
Space behind the seats.
So you can put your bags and stuff there, nice and convenient. So this one's 688,000 Rand.
And of course, if it's used for business, the VAT is claimable.
Yeah.
And that takes 100,000 Rand off the price. Off the price.
So I mean, 588 net to a buyer who can claim VAT. This is a lot of vehicle for your money.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, eh? We're heading for Queenstown now, or whatever it's now called, and for our lunch break.
And it couldn't come soon enough.
Absolutely. All the way up in the mountains, and we finally got to our destination. Don't even know where we are, in the middle of nowhere, but we're handing over pipes and couplings and JoJo tanks and all kinds of things to go along with the boreholes that are being drilled here. And of course, these Rangers have just cruised up through some pretty bad roads and made it nice and easily. We are now on a piece of road, you want to call it that, somewhere through the middle of absolutely nowhere. Spectacular weather, there's rain around, it's stormy. Colin's driving over here and doing one magnificent job. You're going to see we're bouncing like anything. Can't help it, okay? Please don't complain about the video quality. But Colin, you're doing a great job, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I brought us up here, you're getting us back down, right?
Yeah, this is a not well-used road.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But it's the shortest route to our hotel for the night, and the decision is we're taking it. Now let's see what these Rangers can really, really do. A serious little water river crossing, shall we call it. There's Everest in front of us, so I'm going to film him going through. And there he goes, there he goes. Just watch this. Now you will see what this platform, whether it's Range or Everest, doesn't matter, but what it's actually capable of under these conditions. And there he's going through. Can you see? taking his time, but that's what you got to do. And there he goes, actually doing it with absolute ease. As I step out of my room in the morning, these are the gardens at the Katberg Hotel. Absolutely spectacular. The sad part, the pity that we arrived so late last night. Couldn't even see, arrived in darkness, but hey, it was such an adventure yesterday. Who cares? Quite honestly. And just swing around the dining room and bar up that way. And this is the room I'm about to leave. In the mountains around the Katberg area at the Katberg Hotel. The reason we're here is for this. Now, it may look a bit dirty and muddy and well used, that's for sure, because Ford Ranger, the new next-gen Ranger as they're calling it, they've launched and we're driving the single cab and extended cab versions. And we've certainly put them through their paces for 2.5 days. And you can just see exactly what they look like now. Powered by a choice of single or bi-turbo 2-litre diesel engines that put out either 125 or 155 kilowatts, and a choice of 3 gearboxes, because in the absolute base model you get a 6-speed manual or 6-speed auto choice. Then in the bi-turbos you get a choice of either the 6-speed auto or Ford's amazing 10-speed auto. You also get choices between 4x2 and 4x4 drivetrains. These things have proved themselves on this trip. That is as much as I can say, and you will not believe what we put these through, and they've come through with flying colors. At the school in Alice, handing over the trees and the Jojo tanks and things like that for the Cape Parrot Preservation Program. And you can see we've had such a welcome. They're all the kids, they've been singing. Really an amazing experience over here. As we hit the road on the final stretch heading back to Port Elizabeth Gqeberha Airport to fly home, Colin, what a couple of days, eh?
It's been an adventure of note, it really has.
Yeah, this has been a different one, I'd say, eh?
But seriously impressive, considering that Katberg Pass that we did last
Oh wow, yeah. Oops, sorry, hit a bump there.
in the wet and in the dark.
Yeah. Your driving was superb, pal.
Oh, thank you. I always appreciate that. But the strength of the Rangers, especially the guys who were driving the 4x2s, we had the luxury of a 4x4. The 4x2s with standard rear diff lock came through. Nobody had an issue other than one minor little hiccup in a mud hole, of which there were plenty.
Yeah.
Seriously impressive capabilities throughout the range of the single cabs and the extra cabs.
That's it. Well, the new next generation Rangers single and extended cab versions are from 464,000 Rand. That's where you can get into them. I tell you something, you're getting one heck of a lot of bucky for your money.
Indeed you are. And remember, being work vehicles, that is claimable for business use.
That's it. Makes a big difference as well. Up to 100,000 Rand on the top ones. Colin, thanks for your driving, pal, and your company.
Only a pleasure. We'll see you next time.
So you, Colin, from Car Shop and part of the Motor Matters team. And I'm Alan R behind the camera here again. See you next time.